So I'm talking about like real poverty, like real broke, you know. And also we had a septic tank system in that neighborhood, so we didn't have money to empty the septic tank. So that means that you didn't have any way to run flush water out of the house eventually. Showers would fill up with poop, literally, you know. The sink would fill up with poop. So you had to wash everything outside. We created this little area in the backyard, like a little drain field to like wash dishes and things like that. We called it bucket in, bucket out. It sucked when it was your week to do the dishes. So it's a lot. And I was just watching my friends. They kept going to the ice cream truck, getting the pickles, pig feet, and getting the ice cream and getting all the candy. And I was jealous, man. I was like, how the hell are they getting this every day?
Yeah.
You know, maybe they had assistants or who knows what they had, but they had money coming from somewhere. And I just wanted to get something, just to feel like a normal kid. So I said to myself, my toys, I don't play with these toys. So I took that same milk crate, turned it over, and started loading it with all the toys, broken toys, everything I had. And I said, I'm gonna go door to door, I'm gonna violate my mom's wishes. So I had to take a risk. I violated my mom's wishes or her rules of never leaving from this side of the gate to that side of the gate in front of the house, because this was a dangerous neighborhood. People were getting killed every day, and there was drugs and everything else out there. But I said, I gotta take this risk. And I went door to door. Sir, ma'am, looking for donations for my toys, a penny, a nickel, a dollar, whatever you can. I just want to have money for an ice cream truck. And people started like, I was pulling on their heartstrings a little bit, you know? So they were giving me money. And I squared the block, which means I went all the way around to where I started, and I had about $13 and change. Now for me, that was a lot of money. I mean, you know, it's the 70s, $13 is probably like $70. And I took a famous picture with a Polaroid camera that I have the money in my hand like this. Because my cousins were down the street and they had a Polaroid. They snapped a shot of me with my cousin, and I opened up the money. I showed the money. I was so proud of myself. But that's when I had an epiphany. I realized that nobody was coming to save me. Nobody's coming to save me. I mean, nobody. It's going to be me that has to save me. And that's where I came up with this formula. Now, at the time, I didn't have the exact formula laid out, but I understood that when I thought about something, if I acted on it, I can get a different result. So I had the conscious thought, I multiplied it by action, and that equals manifestation. That's this t-shirt right here. Conscious thought multiplied by action equals manifestation. This is the formula for life. And once you enact this formula, you can apply this formula to anything you do, and you will get a result. So I understood the energy exchange that's required to acquire things. And from that moment, I knew my life was always going to be different. That afternoon, I was standing in the house looking out the window, and my mom said, what's the matter, son? I said, I don't belong here, and I'm getting out. I knew it. I knew that I was going to break free from this financial matrix and this enslavement matrix and this ghetto matrix. I just knew it inside of me. Like, I see that I did something so simple, and it made a huge change in my life. If I do that again in another way, it's going to keep happening. And so that's exactly what I began to do. By the time I was 12, I had started my own company.